1, go. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is the United Kingdom Speedrun Gathering, and you are going to be watching Silent Hill run on easy, but with a steering wheel. Nikoheart will be our runner today. And just before we do that, I have a quick donation I'd like to read. We got $10 from Big Macca83 saying, great stream. And thank you very much for the donation there, Big Macca. Thank you to everyone who's donated so far. So, Nico, tell us about Silent Hill.
I will indeed. Welcome everybody to Silent Hill, done on a steering wheel. This is, as always, good memes. I'm your host, Nikoheart, and joined with Weed Eater 69. Would you like to talk a little bit more about yourself as well?
Hey, I'm Weed Eater 69. I run the first 4 Silent Hill games on console specifically. But yeah, thank you for having me, Nico. I'm really excited.
Absolutely.
You're our resident steering wheel runner, so
I mean, that is
very
kind of
excited.
true. I actually do run Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 4 of the Silent Hill franchise. I'm surprised that Silent Hill 1 got in, but you know, I digress. I still love this run, so I'm happy to showcase this to you today. We are going to get a few little in between, so I'll try to press A as much as I can, but let's kind of just go over the preliminaries about what we actually do to get the steering wheel even working, because what I'm doing is I'm using a software called WASD or ReWASD that is basically converting Xbox 360 inputs into keyboard inputs. So this is all operated from keyboard inputs. So basically this is going to be A, this is going to be D, this is W. Oh, by the way, you can see my feet just here. This is W, this is S, for example, and a whole lot of other different mappings. And then we just go fast. That's basically what it is. Now, to basically start off this run, time will actually start when we first gain movement. So I'll make sure to properly account for when the time starts. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to talk about beforehand. Oh, we're doing New Game Easy. So this basically doesn't give you any of the New Game Plus items. And I think this is the first time it's been shown on UKSG/ESA. It's going to be using the Sybil skip. Now, we will show a little bit of the actual cutscene of the Sybil skip, because if you haven't seen it before, it's hilarious. So, I think that's all said and done. Is there anything else we need to mention beforehand, Weed Eater?
No, I think we're set to go, right?
All right. I'm going to get my live split open up as well, just in case. So, easy.
What blood color do we got today?
I think it's just going to be red. I think it's just going to be red. Maybe the next time we should do an incentive for blood color and stuff for that.
Yeah,
I didn't quite think about it. Okay, so let's get ready on time. I'll announce time very, very shortly. So we get greeted with our first cutscene about waking up in Silent Hill. Time will start now. Right, Weed Eater, would you like to start with the general starting lore of this run?
Yeah. So we just woke up from a car crash as Harry Mason, this guy right here, and we're looking for our daughter, who seemed to stumble off into this foggy town, and we're gonna learn just where she is and what's going on with this town as the game progresses. So we'll just have to kind of see what's going on.
Pretty much. So what we are kind of doing at the moment is we just got to try to, we see Cheryl. We want to try to, just figure out where she's going, because normally our own daughter would actually respond to us, right? It's a little bit concerning, to say the least. So we're basically chasing her into the fog. Now, as we all know, Silent Hill is infamous for fog. So, you know, you kind of get braced with just an immensity of fog. You can't see past it. Now, what we actually just did there was we were on the outside of the curb, because then it actually positions us into a faster position of going forwards. Now, if you actually were inside the curb, it would actually put you further away, and therefore you actually lose a few seconds in trying to navigate that little space loss. I think we can kind of talk about the lead up to what's going to be happening next, because you start to see that there's a lot of dead bodies of unfigurable, undecipherable things, basically.
I don't know what else you call them.
Neither do I. It's just undecipherable bodies, basically.
Yeah.
So that was a very good hint there, which is actually kind of like what we will be explaining a lot like down the line as well, where it says, it's getting darker. I think we need to explain a little bit about the lore aspect of why things just shift very rapidly for like light and everything like that.
Yeah, so the town of Silent Hill is a very sentient being, so it almost acts in its own will. So it will go from this normal town to the nightmare world on a whim. We call it the other world.
This is not the best.
Real quick here, we got some little bit of RNG based on Harry's positioning. We ideally want 1 grade children to grab us and 1 to stab us, but that's not going to happen.
I accidentally strafed, so that was my own fault there. Now we are going to.
But if you position Harry right, it works.
It should work. Now we are going to be skipping some cutscenes. Did you want to give a quick understanding of what's going to be happening in the cutscenes here?
Yeah. So we're gonna wake up from the diner, from a dream, and we met Sybil. She's gonna give us a gun, and she just says, "Hey, look, it's dangerous out there. It's not a normal town." So
it's dangerous to go alone. Take
this. A
dangerous
kitchen knife.
to go exactly.
I mean, like, a kitchen knife usually helps in such a situation, doesn't it?
A map and a radio too, you know.
Now the radio starts to trigger. There's nobody about Silent Hill. Like, what's going on? It's a bit concerning, isn't it? So we kind of walk over to it. We're a little bit concerned, and then out of nowhere, TKO. Ah! Scary monsters that shouldn't exist in this area. What's going on? There we go. 5 shots is about the average. Now,
this is not a dream.
We're talking about this earlier on, me and we needed that. Like, the best kind of shots that you can get in this situation, I think, is 3, isn't it?
You get 3 very rarely, but you can get 3.
There we go.
And the worst is 6. I haven't seen, if you do it like the right way, then you can't get worse than 6.
Okay, so we're gonna make an immediate right out of this restaurant, and we're going to start trying to navigate for 3 different keys. Now, these keys are going to try to help us to get into this elementary school that we're trying to go to. Obviously, there's a bit of like an understanding of why we're getting the keys in the first place. So, did you want to have a little chit-chat about that, Weed Eater?
Yeah, so we have getting these keys. They're called the keys for the Eclipse. And normally, you'd have to go to this house.
By the way. Not Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah, not total Eclipse of the Heart. So we have to go to a house, normally, and you would find a map that would tell you where all these keys are. We don't want to do that, because the house is all the way at the other side of town. We know where these keys are. We can just grab them and go through the house. But normally, you can spend like hours here, because the game will actually block off certain sections when you're trying to explore and find said house, that you'll just get frustrated. So a lot of people spend a lot of time in this like section right here.
I mean, there's still a lot of stuff that you can discover in this area. Like, obviously, we're skipping past a lot of like the information, lore, and stuff like that. And we're just kind of going with the very, very basic of going fast lore, to say the least. These guys over here. Now, you saw that guy try to attack me there. There is a very good, like, a foolproof method of how to navigate away from those monsters, which is basically to zigzag, because they're trying to get like a definitive point of like of a central direction of getting you. But if you zigzag, they're just not going to know where your direction is, and they're just going to go, all right, see you later, buddy. Literally is that easy. But later on down the line, we'll actually be turning off our flashlight. We'll be getting use of a flashlight after we've gone through the Eclipse door, and we just turn off that flashlight, and then, you know, they don't know where we are. Most of the enemies won't know where we are. Now, here is another key within a random mailbox. We got kind of lucky there. Oh my god, we got kind of lucky there with that guy. Well, I'm happy with that.
He can sometimes get you, like when you least expect it too.
Absolutely. Now, this guy coming up very soon, he is one of the most aggravating, because if you don't shake him off in the right time, he will just chase you all the way through. Now, there's actually been one run I did a while ago where, even though, like, when we got the documents that we're going to be picking up very shortly, which tells us where the next key is, because of... Whoa!
We good?
No,
Oh. Yeah, I'm on the delay a little bit.
Yeah, so, as I was talking about... that's kind of what happens. They can just, like, as Weenies was just saying, They can just they can just side slide you, if you know what I mean, and just
It's
wreck
like
your, they just wreck your day, man. So
like a fighter jet.
So we have unfortunately incurred a little bit of a health loss. So we got to be a little bit more manageable about this. Now, I think we should actually talk about this with the health management bit, because we had a little bit of a laugh earlier on, but because of the controller I'm using, there is a big handicap for how I'm not able to tell what kind of health I'm at. And would you like to explain why?
Yeah, so normally, I guess I asked you earlier because
No, I fell off. I fell off.
I was like, how do you check your health? There's no vibration on a steering wheel. And because normally in this game, when you are on low health, your controller will vibrate, and the lower health you are, the more your controller will vibrate. So you can kind of guess when you need to heal in the run. But you're just going blind, aren't you?
Pretty much. So just to add to the intensive level of this run, I have to guess my health. Literally. If I take a lot of hits, then yikes. Just don't get hit forehead. It's kind of like the best method of action for this run. Now, as I mentioned, I've got to turn off my flashlights. And as we mentioned earlier on that, you know, the areas of Silent Hill just kind of go dark very quickly. It's kind of like Silent Hill has a mind of its own is the best way we can kind of pin it down to a summary, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Can I ask, does that make Silent Hill a mimic?
You know what? I didn't think about it like that. That's actually not too bad. I mean, if it's a mimic, it's a bit of an annoying one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be swapping over to the other world in a little bit, and we don't like the outer world. Other world. Outer Worlds is a video game. Other world. This other world.
Other world is not nice.
Yeah, it's
specifically
very
these ones in this game.
So we're now coming up to the elementary. So let's talk a little bit about the elementary then, Weed Eater.
Yeah. So basically, there is a map that told us to go to the school that we skipped getting. This is the first place we're gonna look for getting Cheryl. Fun fact though, this school layout and design is inspired by the movie Kindergarten Cop with Al Schwarzenegger.
I only found that out today. It's hilarious, really, isn't it? Let's see if we get hit. Oh,
see
good
him
dodge.
Doing some dodging with some enemies, and you're gonna see him just overall trying not to get hit. Each time he gets hit by an enemy, it's gonna waste roughly a second and a half.
Exactly. So again, little time losses. Again, movement is a huge thing about this game as well. You need to make sure that we're doing optimal movements, getting the things, making sure that we don't overpress things like I just did there. It's you got to be very precise in this run, to say the least. So, for example, for this one here, we have to be looking at it within its radius, otherwise we won't actually have the opportunity to use a chemical on it. But luckily I was. There's going to be more finite opportunities later where... Let's just see, I overpressed there as well. There's going to be more finite opportunities where radius for picking up things or pressing the X button at certain points is so paramount. So we got to be very, very careful. Now, as you saw earlier on, I did turn off my flashlight when I was going into that room, or just after. We basically want to try to avoid these guys, and the best way to do that is actually turning off the flashlight. It's kind of like a known strat. So whenever you go into rooms with enemies, just turn off the flashlight, unless designated. So we're now coming up to this little clock tower here. This clock tower is basically going to be, well, spoiler, it's going to be the lead up to the other world. Now, talking about damage, that's exactly what I incurred, so whoop-de-doo, Basil. Did I just quote Austin Powers there? I took more damage.
Let's go.
I took more damage, great. So...
Can I jump in with a quick donation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. We have $50 here from Pal Dizzy. Says,
I forgot to mention that as well. Please go.
Pal Dizzy says, let's find Cheryl, eyebrow daddy.
Alright, so I should probably talk about this as well after we do the little piano puzzle. So this piano puzzle is basically designated. Click on the piano keys that don't make a sound. And I actually have to do a little safety there by actually hitting the edge of the selection and then going left. Pal Dizzy is the name of my steering wheel. Pal Dizzy was named by the company Elgato, as in the actual Elgato. So that's where the biggest meme comes down, is that we actually had a birthday party for my steering wheel the other day, and it was just one of the craziest celebrations that we've ever had. So Should we just get some high-powered Dizzies in the chat? Because we haven't actually really formally introduced each other, have we? So, we've now got the silver medallion from that clock puzzle, so that's all good and gravy. We should probably turn on the flashlight to actually unlock this door, and then again, we'll turn it off and take more damage. I probably should use a health potion soon. I think I'm still in the yellows,
Yeah,
so we should be fine.
Coming up here.
Yeah, we'll be fine, I think. Next time we get into the menu, we can actually look at it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on here? I forgot to put the thing in. I'm an idiot.
Oh, yeah, the silver medallion.
You know, the thing that we picked up in the first place that we need to get to use. Okay, we're in yellow, so that's fine. I'm doing good today, aren't I? So I was trying to advance well about where I needed to go because we forgot to even technically turn on the clock tower. So there's this little generator that we need to get to in a moment. Once you've turned on both, or put in both of the medallions, you got to get to this little thing here. Turn it on. If you can get to it. Sometimes it can be finicky, especially when you're running, because we've set this game to basically auto-run, apart from when we need to walk. Earlier on, when we went to that Eclipse store, we actually walked at it, because when you walk at doors, it helps you to activate the door quicker. If you run at it, you get what's called a bonk, and a bonk is basically... Oh god, okay, I'm definitely going to take a health potion in a bit, because these guys have not been nice at all.
Yeah.
They are
Sometimes you just have schools where they hit you a bunch, and sometimes you have good schools where they don't.
Pretty much.
It really is just up in the air.
It's just RNG, basically, isn't it? It's not a lot of fun. But...
I mean, it's not RNG, but it's pretty close to it.
Yeah. So now we're coming up to the other world elementary. So
Other world, yeah.
now this is where Weedies is going to talk for a little bit, because there is a lot of sort of like hard navigation in this bit. Everything looks the same, so if you are comfortable talking, let's go.
Yeah. The first thing he's going to be doing is grabbing a little picture card, and that's going to be used here in a second. He's going to be grabbing that and going through the door right in front of him. After he does that, he's going to be going into this door straight away, hopefully avoiding enemies. And then, yeah, he's going to turn off his flashlight for this hall.
God damn. Okay, we can turn it back on.
If you don't... Oh, you good?
There we go.
Oh, we got it.
Good lord.
Okay. He got in.
That was like the biggest oversteering I've done ever. Right, I'm red. I need to heal soon. So I'll do it very quickly.
Card.
I'll heal just before we go into the next area, just for marathon safety. All right, let's go.
When he goes in the next area, we're going to be grabbing our main weapon for the run. We're only using this weapon for the rest of the run. It's the shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Now, as mentioned about the walking aspect, we actually walk to the shotgun here, because if you run, you will actually overstep it and completely miss it, and you have to do like a whole quick turn and stuff for that. It's just not a lot of fun. So now we quick turn and make our way through. Easy as that.
Back. And so now, this is going to spit us out at the second floor hallway. And what we're going to want to do is go back, and we're going to grab an item that we're going to use on the roof up here in a second.
So we also skip a cutscene here, which is, what's that telephone call about?
The telephone thing? Oh, you just get a call from Cheryl being like, help.
Like, so a standard call within the other world, you know, no worries.
It's one of those, like, that's not creepy at all, you know?
Yeah, just
so we got Ball.
We got Ball. Can we get Ball in chat? Because Ball is life after all, isn't it? Ball is life. So now we're going to actually make our way to the top, because believe it or not, we actually have to use this ball to flush down a key. Of all things. Of all things that you would do with Ball, am I right?
Yeah.
But the funny thing about this little section here is that you actually have to look at the key to activate this next part. Like, you can't do this any other way, apart from going to here. First off, equipping our shotgun, because that's going to be an important tool that we need. And again, you can see how hard it is for navigation for the wheel, because it likes to overstep. Again, this is the best way I can do it on the wheel. So now we put that ball in, and basically we're going to activate a drain, and this is going to allow water to pass over that little hole that we clogged to then flush down a key. Logic.
Beautiful.
Like, you think about it.
Silent Hill logic, right?
Yeah, I know. For real, they actually put, like, sense into aspects of Silent Hill, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
Some of this stuff is actually really well thought out, even in, like, this game for 1999.
You think about it. This game has been around for a good while. Nearly Wait, how many years is that?
20 years.
Yeah.
23 years.
Yeah. This game still holds up,
22
doesn't
years.
it? This game still holds up. Oh, we're going this way. There we go. So, there is a little bit of deliberation about what people like to do first and second, but the kind of like the world record strat is to go to the top. I kind of messed up a little bit. I should have gone all the way to the bottom, shouldn't I?
Yeah, but
That's fine though, it's fine. Anyway, let's kind of just like roll over what we're doing and what I messed up on.
Yeah.
So, we would have gone to the top, then to the bottom, then to the middle. So, I went top, middle, because then I have to go back to the middle after going to the bottom. So, I just wasted a tiny bit of time. This is fine.
It'll be fine.
This is fine. Jump scare!
Yeah, ideally.
This is like, you know, the first thing that gets people in any kind of Silent Hill is just that jump scare. Obviously, there's kind of
only
like...
jump scare too, right?
Yeah. It kind of leads
that's
you up
it.
into getting scared because there's kind of like a cat or something like within that locker. And it kind of gets you on edge. And then you think, oh, everything's fine because there was nothing in that thing. And then, bah! Just as that happened. So I want to see a 1 in chat if you got scared by that. That's I want to see a 1 in chat. So
It was almost as spoopy as a little girl meowing at me.
why are little girls meowing at you?
That was a previous run in G1.
Oh, I was going to say, without the context, I'll be asking a lot of questions.
Oh, I was about to say the G1 game for the Wii.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I asked for context. Thank you. All right, so because we did that key flush down, there's the key. We managed to get it. It feels good. So now we can finally go back up to floor 2 because we took the long way around. So yeah, there was somebody asking in chat what year was this released? 1999. This game is over 20 years old. It's, well, 1998, 1999, around that. I think depending on region, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it got released in Japan and the US before Europe.
So
That sounds right.
it's been out for a while. All right, so the next part of this is just basically maneuvering to get ourselves to, essentially to the next valves. Should we talk about that because we'll be coming up to the boss very soon, shouldn't we?
Yeah. So the valve puzzle is pretty simple. When you just turn the valves and you have to clear the gateway so you can get down to the boss. The interesting thing though is the IGT stops when you hit your input and when the valves are turning. So basically, as long as Nico keeps like his inputs super fast, then he will stay on like his PB.
All right, so that's bad. Okay, so we need to do 2 on the right one and 1 on... Okay, so we're on the right valve. We've got to do it 2 times on the left. And when we get to the right valve, to the left valve, we have to do 1 on the right. You see how confusing it was just even saying it out loud? It's very hard
Tongue twister, isn't it?
There we go. That was actually not too bad movement.
And we got split head.
Yeah, split head is a lot of fun. So let's go over that, shall we?
Yeah, so Nico's going to be kind of keeping a little bit of distance from split head at first. He's going to be firing 3 shots into his head. That's going to cause him to stop for a bit, and he's going to walk up to it and then fire, once it splits its mouth open, fire 2 shots into his mouth, and that's going to kill him. And I'm a little behind, so apologies.
That's all right, buddy.
Looks like that was good, yeah. And then...
Nice.
Yeah, good fight.
That was a good clean fight. Probably one of my cleanest recently because I kind of learned, you know, as you're shooting, you can move back a little bit to avoid getting knocked back a little bit. So that was actually quite clean.
That was really clean.
Against my PB, we're currently plus 44.2 seconds. Honestly, my PB at the time, because I was grinding it like crazy, my PB for this run on IGT is 38.32. It's quite wild, so I don't think I'm going to get PB anytime soon. Right, let's talk about the cutscenes that we're skipping then.
Yeah, so this random girl just showed up. This is the same girl that caused the crash. So we're kind of like, I wonder who that is. We still don't know who she is, however, we will find out later on who this girl is and why exactly she's here and why she has these weird powers.
Because there's a lot more to Silent Hill than meets the eye, if you know what I mean. Because right now we're actually technically going towards a church. because I mean,
We got some church bells, right?
yeah, you can
That
hear
we
it.
skipped in the cutscene.
You're kind of thinking like, hey, I should probably go to where sounds like there's life, because again, the only other life that we've really seen is our daughter who mysteriously disappeared into the fog, the vision of like, I guess, dreams of people, and church bells, right? So first
No,
things
we got a cop. We got a
Oh
cop.
yeah, we got a cop as well, but still, at the same time, there's not many people. There's not many people here in Silent Hill, so I think we're just kind of be like trying to find any kind of form of life to have some kind of normality and have a friend once in a while. So again, we're just kind of like finding the best route around. We're kind of like going back to like how we got to there in the first place, because that's where like most of Silent Hill was opened up to us, and we do have a map as well, which kind of like does point out where everything is, so we're able to go, oh yeah, there's a church. But when we get to the church, it's a little bit awkward to say the least, isn't it?
Yeah, this is gonna be this is a rough part of the run, because after the church we do have the bridge control room.
Oh god, yeah.
And the frame rate there can go from like 20 to the single digits. It's very hard to control, much less on a steering wheel.
Exactly. So we just got to make do sometimes. But when we get into the church itself, we are greeted by, I guess, a completely new character, aren't we?
Yeah, Dahlia. And she is, I guess, this weird religious mother. And I guess she runs the church. But she is the main antagonist of the game. Wouldn't have you believe it right now, but she is.
There we go, let's get into the church. Obviously, we're not going to see the cutscene. If you guys want to see these cutscenes, you know what to do. You need to play this game yourself. It still holds true to this day anyway. But we are going to get two items after the cutscene, which is basically a key and some weird pyramid-looking thingy.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is.
So we're going to get the Florus and the bridge control key. The Florus, we're being told by Dahlia that it contains some sort of power. We don't really know what it is, but she wants us to take it and use it at a certain part of the game. But for right now, she's telling us to go to the hospital, so that's where we're headed to next. But yeah, first things first, we got to lower the bridge, which is why we got the key.
Exactly. Now, I won't lie, the drawbridge bit is actually kind of like one of my most hated bits for movement, and there is a reason why. One, getting up the ladder to it in the first place is kind of a pain, because like the best way to do it is, again, walking around to get like the best kind of curve. But even getting to the terminal is probably one of the most aggravating things for any runner possible, let alone me on a steering wheel. So you see right there, like I overshot the door to the drawbridge area. Now you got to get through. I'm going to pick up a safety heal whilst I'm at it. I'm going to do a quick strafe, and even then I've still overstepped it. That strafe was still too much, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the bridge control room is bravissimo, to say the least. Alright, now, it doesn't actually tell you when, you need to get out of the animation cutscene bit, so you just have to kind of, like, know exactly, like, the pinnacle frame when you need to start turning it around. Most people will do a quick turn. Now, for those who are wondering how I'm quick turning, by the way, I think it's L1 and R1 is quick turn, isn't it? Just off the top of my head. I might be wrong.
Walk will help.
Yeah. So I'm going to press... You're going to love this. I'm pressing the share and the option key together on this wheel, because those are L1 and R1 assigned. So, I'm sharing and giving you options to do a quick turn. So, anyway, we're right near to the hospital coming up very soon. I think I might actually get like a early split for this as well, surprisingly. So,
oh, nice.
That's not bad.
We're on PB pace?
Nowhere near.
Oh, you said an early split. So I was like, wait, what?
Well, we did definitely get a goal split here, so that's good. We actually saved 6.6 seconds, which is fantastic getting to this point. Now, hospital is going to be a lot of fun as well, because you just had a gunshot there, so this is already going to be a little bit scary. And we're actually going to be meeting somebody who we're not really going to acknowledge for the rest of the game until the very last point of this. So, should we touch over that quickly?
Yeah, this is the doc, Dr. Kaufman. He is kind of a big player in the antagonist of the game. It's this cult called the Order. He's a big player in that, in the sense that he funnels this recreational substance, shall we say, called White Claudia throughout the town, and basically funnels that through the town so he can get money for the cult. And it's very not okay.
Yeah.
But he does it anyways, and we hate him for it.
Exactly. Bad people do bad things, am I right? Now, we are now picking up the requirements for the civil skip. Again, you wouldn't think it, but this is exactly what we're doing. We are picking up a plastic bottle. And then we're going to go over to here and go, oh, hey, there's blood on the floor. Let's pick up the blood with the plastic bottle. Because that's what normal people do, am I right? Normal things in Silent Hill. We got blood in a plastic bottle. Yep. Let's just like pretend like nothing happened, am I right? But this is actually so damn important. So damn important because we're going to be using it for a specific reason now. That specific reason won't be for like another maybe 10, 20 minutes. So we'll keep you updated. Now, technically, we're about to start heading into the other world. We're not there yet. But again, just like Silent Hill, it's starting to become very dark all of a sudden. And Silent Hill likes to have a way with you. So let's go through these elevators. We need to see what's above on the other floors first, because we've already discovered the first floor. So let's go to the second floor. This door's locked. Intriguing. Let's check the third floor.
The game's gonna make you check both the second and the third floor before it will unlock the Otherworld Hospital.
Exactly.
It's weird. It's just a trigger, so the game wants you to at least check both floors before.
Exactly. Like, what's this? A fourth floor?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That can't be good. That wasn't there before. So now we're actually going to be greeted by a cutscene, and this cutscene is important to say the least. Let's talk about it, shall we?
It's gonna take so the cutscene was of the girl from before going into the antique shop. So that's actually where we're headed next. It's kind of like the game telling us, hey, this is where we need to be looking.
Now I'm gonna let Weedy to talk over it for a little bit here, just because there is again lots of things going on. So we need to please take it away for a bit.
So we got 4 tablets we gotta get. So very first off, we're gonna be grabbing this blue tablet right here, and we're gonna be headed to the right, and we're gonna be going and grabbing some blood in this next room. This blood pack right here. For one of the tablets, we have to feed the blood to Dracula, and he will accept our blood payment and give us a tablet. We're gonna go along this wall here. Sometimes you can get grabbed by that nurse. It's really bad if it happens, but it happens. And that'll give us our second tile. Nice. You can also get hit by this nurse coming out, even though it's pretty rare. We're gonna go down to the first floor, and we're gonna grab our third tablet back in Kaufman's office, where we got the red liquid.
So it's the second door?
Yep. Down here.
Nice. There we go. That's that one.
Cool. We got that. And we're going to go upstairs now. And sometimes, if you're lucky, we get a nice Tim Allen doctor grunt. I don't know if we'll get it.
I don't think we got it that time, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, but sometimes you'll hear like that. It's kind of like...
like...
All I'm just waiting for is boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
Now we're actually going to go into this room as well because we need to get the lighter. Most people will forget the lighter. Don't forget the lighter. Don't forget the lighter. Don't forget the lighter. It's kind of important.
Don't forget the nurse behind you too.
That's it as well. So actually, I overstepped a little bit, but you only have to do one step in. The reason for that is like there's a big as I was talking about these radius of like pick up items or things you can do. You only need to make one step into the room, and that's all you need to actually do the blood bath thing, like this little blood pack. So, little Dracula tentacles over there has got some blood. It's happy. Let's go, shall we? Wrong way. Whoopsie daisy.
That is repaid.
Now, this little bit here is some people's worst nightmare initially, because you have to put these little plates into specific orders. Now, as speedrunners, we know how to do it. It's literally top left. Don't overpress the X button. Bottom right, top right, and bottom left. Now, do we have any time for a donation or anything of that accord?
Oh.
No stress. All right, so let's continue.
Cool.
Let's continue on with this little bit here. So what we need to do now is obviously we need to get something of accordance for the lighter. But before that, we're going to do one of the easiest nurse bits here. Well, I'll say one of the easiest bits, but it's all depending on which way she falls, which is the wrong way.
Yeah.
Now, this nurse can be a pain as well. So we're going to get... I told you she was going to be a pain. Ow!
Yeah, that as soon as I saw the pickup menu, I was like, there's no way of getting out of this one.
Ew, that was close. Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh.
And somehow I managed to trick my Google Assistant. Google Assistant, please. Right, now there is like...
Can we get an ambulance nearby, just in case?
Oh, there we go. Right, so going through that little bit can be quite a little bit of a pain and hesitation. And the thing about that is, let's just say that like there's kind of like a preference. Some people like to go on the right, but if you're going to go on the left, it's better to turn off your flashlight there because, again, when they see lights at a distance, then it's usually the case that they're going to start aiming towards you. And that's the last thing you want. Right, now, this area here, this is kind of interesting because there's a hidden thing behind a shelf. But this is not the only shelf that things are hidden behind. It seems like Silent Hill likes to hide things behind shelves. Silent shelves, as I like to call this game. So, you know that disinfectant that we picked up a moment ago? This is exactly what we're going to use it. There's going to be like barbs on this like gate here for no reason. Also, notice the frame rate here. How it's just randomly like super fast. This bit here, for some reason the game runs at 60 FPS. No reason why.
Like that cutscene and one more cutscene. What was the in Nowhere?
Yeah,
we'll see.
No reason why. It's just this game, like even on console, even on like like a physical console, this game that bit will run at 60. No reason whatsoever. So, if you've ever wondered that, that's just kind of like that's just what it is. It is what it is. So. Anyway, now we're coming up to
what's this?
The bedside where Alyssa is actually... There's a little portrait of Alyssa as well. Now, we did like a really cool little strat there. Basically, the radius for the key actually is quite wide. So all you need to do is literally turn left and press X immediately. It'll kind of like keep you paused for a moment whilst it's realizing, all right, you need to pick up a key. But at the same time, you'll know you picked up the key if you get that little bit of a delay. So it's good to go. Right. Now, important.
Yep.
These are required shotgun shells. Now, you remember that we picked up some shotgun shells earlier on, but that's really hard to say really quickly. And the reason for that is that we need a dedicated amount of shotgun shells for this run. At the very final fight as well, we need to shoot about, I think it's like 6 shots at the enemy. We're not going to discuss just yet. I don't want to spoil it too much just yet. So... like, I think ultimately we have about like 20 to 19 shots that we have from this point onwards, with some shotgun bullets loaded in our shotgun as well, so... I'm gonna heal! Okay, I am gonna heal because I've taken unnecessary...
This is the room where you died practicing, so...
Yeah, get through, thank you.
You might wanna...
I healed. Alright, splitter, by the way. Alright, so we lost about 15 seconds in that. Compared to my splits, I lost about 15 seconds. Now again, we're skipping some cutscenes. Let's discuss the cutscene, shall we?
So yeah, we just met Lisa, and she's this nurse who works here, and she actually had no idea about what's going on in the hospital basement, and it's kind of weird. But she's gonna tell us, hey, you should go to go to Dolly and figure out what's going on with this.
There sounds like a conspiracy happening, am I right?
Yeah, it's like everybody in the town's in on it.
I mean, to be fair, we are an outsider. Coming into a place that feels like very chaotic and organized. I feel like we're stepping on some toes or imaginary toes somewhere, so yikers. Now, the way to we're going to go to what we saw in that cutscene within the other world, which was going in towards the antique shop. Now, in the cutscene, you see that the antique shop is in the other world. So, to get to it, we have to go through that way in the first place, and we'll kind of like magically appear in the other world. But again, I think if we do have any donations, now would be a perfect time anyway, because like Wheaties is going to go very shortly with a lot of dialogue about this fourth coming out of bounds, which is one of the hardest things that I can do.
Okay, well, I know you asked a few minutes ago, and I'm very sorry about that. I literally
No
stepped away
worries.
for literally just 20 seconds. And you
No
happened to
worries,
ask
dude.
in that 20-second period. It's just like classic luck. I'm afraid we don't have any donations right now,
No
but I just
stress.
want to say, can't get enough of UKSG? Well, we will be hosting a ZX Spectrum themed mini event on the first week of August, the 6th, 7th, and 8th, featuring the likes of Tiny Tim, Ruffle Bricks, Digital Duck, and potentially you. More details will be announced after this marathon.
Awesome. Now, as we mentioned, things are hiding behind shelves again, or whatever it is. So, silent shelves. It's basically silent shelves. So, now let's talk about this bit here, because there's a lot that's going to be processed in just a short period of time. It's basically, we kind of find out that there is definitely a cult going on, and this whole section here is basically praying to the incubus, I think it is.
Yep. And we're about to
It's all
go
about
into the
greater good.
out of bounds.
So,
Be going in the out of bounds. Yeah.
Weed Eater's going to take over from here because I'm going to need all the focus. Can we get some blesses in the chat, please?
How this works is the new enemy that shows up after the hospital is called the Romper. And when it attacks Harry, Harry actually slides a little bit.
If I could get there
forward.
first, please. There we go. There we go.
So if you actually get attacked in the loading zone for these stairs right here, Harry will be able to clip through walls because of the sliding. What can happen too is he will get knocked down and he'll be like above the floor.
Nope.
If that happens, he will have to go back into the antique shop and try again.
Oh, what am I doing? Okay, go back. That was bad.
It's very specific. It's he's gonna have to walk 3 steps out and walk 3 steps in to kind of get this Romper to aggro.
I don't think I'm floating yet, so I think we're okay.
Yeah, no, I think you're good.
No. Come on. Now, many amazing runners, they can do this first try, but again, on the wheel, this is not as easy, so I didn't get that. Let's go again. Okay, that's too far. Now, when you go too far, you do get a chance of getting eaten by the Romper, so that's not fun. So you do have to be conservative about your health here sometimes.
The good thing too is if you're floating, you can also get hit by the Romper, and that will reset your position.
Very true. So technically, we would be reset now. Nope. I'm just gonna go back in. That's not fun. Come on. This would be perfect position, but he doesn't want to chomp at us, so that's good. Come on.
The Romper is not happy today.
Nah. Now, sometimes he just doesn't come at you at all, or he's like at a weird distance, so if that happens, reset immediately. No, too far. God damn it. This is not an easy skip to do, let me tell you that. So, it took me about an hour to get this, like, after learning it. That's too far back. What's my health like? Red. I am so glad I checked. I am so glad I checked. Oh my god. No.
Let's see what we got here.
Nah, too far. God damn it. One more time. Like, we will go as far, like, as long as we can till we can get this, because this essentially skips a boss fight that we need to, that we kind of need to skip.
Do you mind if I read out a quick donation?
Yeah,
then?
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we have $5 here from Mr. McSqueezy.
Hey.
Saying, Harry Steer, Nico Steer. I hope you get the automatic transition model of Harry. I hear this manual transmission model likes to bonk a lot.
Ah! Thank you, McSqueezy. McSqueezy's also another amazing run of the Silent Hill franchise, and hilarious. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that was too far, damn it. So close. Oh, God, no, damn it, damn it. Come on, let's go again, come on.
Did that get you floating?
I don't think so.
I think you're floating a little bit, yeah.
Well, now I'm not. No, that was, yeah, I think we're floating now, so let's go reset. All right, let's go again. This is why we've done a bit of a high RTA estimate, because this could go one way or another, basically, so I'm glad that we pushed through the RTA a little bit more. Oh, that's well too far again. Yeah, I know that if I'm going too far because I can feel myself romping out of the way. Sort of like just going out a little bit more further than I should, and when I'm turning back around, it's just a little bit of a pain. Here we go. Nope. All right. I think I'm floating there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back.
If you get knocked down into the loading zone without being fully down, that you will float.
Exactly. So
even if it's a little bit, it will make it to where the romper won't hit you
God
when you go back outside.
Now, I think the longest that it took me to do at one point was like about 5 minutes or so. So I reckon we can get this.
Well, it's about that time anyways where you would be losing.
Damn it! I was so close! Oh, no. That was so close. I was just too far back.
Just a little too far back. Aw.
Damn. All right. I think we got it now. I'm going to say maybe 3 more shots. Let's see if we can do it. No. All right. Too far, but we'll keep on going. Yep, too far. Again, we need to try not to go too far because then he'll kind of like overshoot himself. See, that was too far again, but could work. Nope, we're floating again, so we're gonna reset. I just need to kind of like walk back a tiny bit when I get into that stage. Kind of like getting yourself like into a preparation of the transition point. All right, come on. Do we have anything else we want to say at this point whilst we get this going?
Yeah, actually, I was just about to ask if I could interrupt because
yeah, absolutely.
We've just opened up a new incentive.
Ooh.
We have a bonus run that could be done after UKSG. Chaos Dare will perform a bonus run after the closing ceremony of UKSG. If this goal is met, it's $500.
Ooh,
but I believe we can make it.
I think we can make it, guys. I think we can make it.
We are currently only $25 away from 3,500. We've already smashed the records of the previous UKSG.
That's amazing.
Yes, thank you everyone who's donated so far. It's been so good.
Guys, you are all fantastic. Thank you again for donating towards Crisis. It's a very important charity to try to like aid homelessness and try to like help people in all these different kind of regards, if it's through support groups or if it's through actual like rehousing and stuff like that as well. Go check them out if you can. Go like if we can get a donate link in the chat, that'd be fantastic. All right, time to refocus.
I should have also mentioned the bonus run will be Half-Life plus duck %.
Oh yes. Okay, let's get that met. Half-Life, that's good with me. Let's go. Okay, I'm probably going to heal in a second as well. I feel like I'm getting very close to
death.
Yeah. See, I knew it. Again, we have no vibrations. We have to estimate this. Damn it. I'm just a little bit too far forwards. I'm too far forwards. Again, it's so hard on the wheel.
Try stopping after the second step.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do it.
Hard on the wheel, because get up that.
Nope, he decided to navigate his way around. Let's go again.
Oh, yep.
I should have walked one more step forwards and that would have been it. Literally, that would have been it. God damn it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, so that would have been it if he had like made the munch sounds. Unfortunately, he didn't make the munch sounds, so I was so close. There. Oh, no. Okay, one more time. I feel like we can get this now. Ah, that's well too far forwards. Too far back. Now we need to go and reset again. This is why I did the RTA for its time.
That's what it's for.
All right, come on, come on, come on. Why did I do that? What was weird? I did something weird with my voice there, didn't I? All right, come on. Nope, he didn't want to come through the door.
You said nope, not today. That's what sucks about these enemy out of bounds too. Is you're
what did I do? I went through the door. I'm an idiot.
Oh no!
I'm an idiot. No! I was so used to pressing the X button. No!
Well, you can get it again.
We can get it again. Let's do it again. Oh my god, I'm such a tool bag. This is not uncommon for me, I won't lie.
Hey, but it's content. Content is king.
No, so you just see that we didn't get it because
there we go.
There just wasn't enough like sound for biting. So that would have almost been it again. I'm also going to turn up my fan. It's actually getting really hot and sweaty in this room because this bit is hot and intense.
Getting a little sweaty.
Knees weak, arms heavy.
Knees weak, arms heavy.
Mom spaghetti. So
Had to be done.
Of course, of course. So we got to reset again. It's getting hot in here. So respectfully, keep on your clothes. Anyway, hi, my name's Nick. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Alright, here we go.
Sorry guys, technical issues. Our runner is going insane.
That sounds about right.
We could talk about who discovered this
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Let's do that whilst I'm trying to keep on going.
So yeah, this trick was actually discovered by Aaron and another runner by the name of Orifine. Orifine actually found out that enemies do displace Harry when they get hit, specifically the rompers. So basically he found out that this skip on a bridge, but it didn't end up going to anywhere out of bounds. However, Aaron ended up finding out that this skip works on the antique shop. That worked, I think.
No, I didn't know.
No, oh.
It wasn't immediate of a transition, so it wouldn't have worked.
Aaron, by the way, has a world record in this game. He has a 29XX. But he is the only 29 in the entire community.
No. I don't think this will work. No. Damn it.
You have a backup health, right?
I should do, yeah. Let's have a look, see. Yeah. No.
No.
Alright, so I do have a safety save loaded somewhere, I believe, so...
While you're loading that up or getting ready, can I read out a donation?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just $5 here from the Terroja saying, good cause, good runs, let's keep it going.
Nice.
20. Now we are now $20 away from 3,500.
That's insane. That's insane. Oh.
Yeah, if we could break that before we do the sleep block, guys, that'd be amazing.
That's pretty much going to be last hit, I reckon. Should I load my safety save then, if that's the case? I reckon probably would be the best solution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see which one it is. There we go.
That's why we have safety saves.
That's why we have safety saves, because there was no other way around it. This is, again, it's one of the hardest skips that you can do. So
it's hard on a steer. Well, it's hard on a controller, let alone a steering wheel.
So, invalid run, but, you know, at least we're showcasing this run for you guys anyway, and it's important that we showcase it to the best of our abilities. Now, wouldn't it be funny? I was going to say, wouldn't it be funny if we got it first try, but I just missed out on it almost being first try. God damn it. just a little bit too far back there, but I was very close. Okay, come on. Come on, come on. He was so close. Again, he just doesn't want to operate sometimes.
It has to do with where he spawns. He can spawn in 3 different places. And one of them makes it to where he just doesn't want to move. It's harder for you because you have to stop.
Yep. Because normally you have to quick turn for this thing to make it easier to get to the point of location and being able to actually... That's too far. I think what we can do is if we exceed another 5 minutes, then I'll try and find another kind of point of being able to do this. But it's, again, one of the hardest skips you can do. Damn it. Too far forwards again. We'll try and find like the right pinnacle point of like saying when enough is enough, if you know what I mean, because I don't want to go over our estimate and stuff for that, seeing as we have been doing this for a little while. But like I say, if we manage to get this, then it's all breezy from there, basically.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, so we said spaghetti there. Come on. I was running too much. Alright, he didn't want to go into the door.
I got a feeling about this next one.
He did the rumper didn't. Oh, no, there's no munch. God damn it, I'm getting so close every single time. This is... Oh, come on. This is unfair. Literally, once you hear the munch and see it go to black, you know you've got it, basically. Come on. Yeah, he was too far away that he didn't even run to us as well, so that can happen sometimes. Oh. No. God damn it. I'm going to move my pedals a little bit closer to me. Oh, he didn't even jump at me there. Well, he jumped at me, but he didn't grab me, so that was kind of lucky that I didn't incur any damage. He doesn't want it. This loves to attack me, like, just...
He loves to attack you when you're not ready for it.
Too far back. Too far back. Come on.
Yeah.
But there's no chance of any kind of floating there, so...
I got some good news, at least.
Ooh, let's
maybe.
go.
Well, Limits has dropped us $20, which has actually got us to 3,500 raised.
That's amazing.
By the end of day 2. That is fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Limits, for that donation, buddy. Thank you. That's so amazing.
And they say, "You've got this, Nico. Take my majestic energy."
Majestic! That's our little thing. I like it. I'm glad I got to say it on stream. Oh, come on, not again. Again, so close. So close. I'm going to say maybe 2 more minutes of it. I'm trying to think. We'll see.
You have a safety stave after this, right?
I hope I do. Like, again, you saw that like it was getting very, very close. God damn it. Come on. This is my not my most favorite trick. It's my favorite trick when I get it like first or third try, but when it's not my favorite trick. Okay, he decided to bugger off again. Come on. Too far forwards. Too far.
Another thing that's tricky is that Nico's using like a wheel. We usually do the inputs for this out of bounds on the analog, the D-pad.
Mm-hmm.
So we only have 4 directions. Nico's got a full 360.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, come on. No, I was well too far forwards there. Well too far forwards. Come on. You can see why this got like this is one of the harder runs to do. You can see why this is one of the harder runs. Okay, come on. Breathe. That's it. Oh! Finally!
Let's go!
Oh! Finally! Hi, my name's Nick. I'm a whiny baby, okay? Oh, for goodness sake! So we're out of bounds. First try.
World record pace still.
I'm just gonna tattoo first try onto my arm now, okay? God damn it! All
Nico
right.
first try heart.
Yeah, first try. Well, either way, we got to showcase it. I'm happy because that is so hard to do. You can see from the sheer amount of attempts, even do this on a steering wheel is no pretty feat. So I'm glad that we got to showcase this. I know that we have incurred a bit of time there, but we did it.
Well, that was amazing. Like, just being able to do it on a steering wheel, just well done for that in the first place.
It's again, like, this is why, like, I was kind of like, oh, we got to do Silent 1 for the marathon. Out of bounds. Oh, no, out of bounds. So, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that I was probably going to, like, stress out in that bit, and it was going to happen. It was going to happen. Anyway, let's talk about this boss that we're going to be fighting here. Whilst I de-stress for a little bit.
So we got Float Stinger. And the interesting thing about this boss is he has iframes. And so you're going to see Leo's not going to be like dumping all of his ammo into him. He's spacing out his shots by like 3 seconds. And that's because if you just dump all your ammo into him, he will not take damage the whole time. So.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'm right near the ladder as well, so that's nice. Feels good. I can relax a little bit now. We got the main stressor out of the way. Let's get this run going, shall we? Let's get this run going, guys. I can breathe for once. God damn it. Like, it was funny, when we were doing our practice runs, we never had it as bad as this, did we?
No,
So-
it wasn't that bad.
So,
Like-
marathon luck. Marathon luck, my friends.
Of course.
But if you guys are just as happy as I am that I managed to do that out of bounds, why don't you consider donating to UKSG and showing your support for the enjoyment of watching me struggle bow in that situation? And why don't we get like a dollar hype train going on? Come on, like we've reached $3,500. That is amazing. But this is like maybe the second to last run of the night. Let's get a dollar hype train going. Let's show some support to Crisis. Come on, guys. Because you guys are awesome, and I appreciate everyone here being a part of this Silent Hill speedrun today, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this run so far. Let's continue with this run right now, shall we? Let's get this going. So we're actually going to be making our way down into the sewers, and there's going to be some nice things that happen down there, to say the least. Let's let Weedy to talk about some lore for a little bit whilst I kind of de-stress after that whole situation.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, Lisa, in the cutscene before the boss fight, tells us that there's a waterway that goes from this side of town to the resort area where we have to go to the lighthouse. And ultimately the amusement park. These sewers can be interesting because there's RNG, basically. It all has to do with Harry's positioning, but it's nothing that a human player can really control. So
Nice!
there's
Oh, that was
5 times...
brilliant. That was brilliant.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, wrong way.
So-
That wasn't brilliant. I'm going the
there's,
wrong way, maybe. Oh god, no, I'm going the right way.
No,
It's okay. It's okay. I figured
There's-
out what I was doing. Phew. I'm happy that I got the first skip. Sorry to interrupt. I'm so happy I got that first skip. I haven't got that in a very long time, so that's good. Sorry.
Awesome.
Please go ahead.
No worries.
Bonk.
Yeah, there's 5 places you can actually get hit. So as you saw, Nico got hit once and dodged once.
Oh Not this way.
And it's all up to the game, honestly.
So it's funny to think that, like, you know, this game does actually have some RNG elements to it as well, and it does come down to the enemies more than anything. But I guess some of the RNG can come down to movements, like what I just did, like what I just did there, where I can't even get around onto the stairs. Like, you have to be, again, it's very precise for movement, so you just have to kind of like be at your best sometimes. So we're now going to be grabbing a key shortly. This key is going to be opening up a few more doors for us. Again, we're going to be getting a lot of sewer keys. And we're actually going to strafe towards this door for nice optimal movement, basically. Now, with these doors here as well, it is best to actually look at them sort of like on an angle, basically. Because if you go for them head on, you're actually going to get like that bonk that you've been seeing me do a lot. It's like that initial bonk. And that bonk can be like a second to a second 30 of time loss, I believe. I'm going the wrong way. It's this way. I need to check my health because I feel like I might be getting to a point of health loss. Let's check that now. Yep, I am so glad I checked my health. I have good thinking. Again, I have no way to know about my health. Again, we talked about a vibration bit earlier. I literally have to guess. Now, of course, we loaded up a safety save, so I'm having to go off my guesstimations for safety saves and stuff like that, which is, again, not an easy thing to do. So, breathing again. Breathing again. Okay, another thing that we could do here is also turning off our flashlights. So you saw those little critters on the floor. They are obviously going, like most enemies, are going to be attracted to light. So to kind of like stop yourself from getting any more damage, you're actually going to be taking, you know, you're going to be just trying to protect yourself a little bit. Now, I'm going to do a safety strat here. I'm going to pick up the little health drink because, again, after this run and after that sheer, like, dumb luck that I had earlier on, I think it'd be a little bit wiser to make sure that I'm just a little bit more protected, especially as I don't know exactly what happened with our safety save, so it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Now, also, because I am on a safety save, this was during my very first initial practice runs. If you don't do it from a run where you complete the game initially, like you get to the point that continue that you saw earlier on, essentially like the ending screen is like you have to watch like all of the scene. As soon as you complete it once, then you have the ability to skip. So as like the cutscene and all that stuff is going on, I'll probably do my little wrap-ups at that point because we won't be able to see the end screen, and plus this is an invalid run, so no stress about the end scene. I can tell you, you know, I can't tell you what the end time is because of the invalidness, so we'll just go off RTA today, shall we? Well, let's go off RTA for the invalidness, so that's all good and gravy. Now, we're going to be encountering another sewer key, technically. And let's talk about this then, what shall we?
Yeah, so we're about to get this sewer key, and we're going to get ambushed here by some scratchers.
Or as I like to call them, ciphers.
Yep. And we're gonna want to just dip out of here. An interesting thing too is, well, I lost my train of thought actually.
No worries. Honestly, that's been me as well.
Oh, the gate. Oh no, the gate. Yeah. So the interesting thing is this last one, this last laser here can get you, and once again, it has to do with Harry's positioning, but it's kind of RNG because you can't really control it.
But you know what's not RNG? Is throwing it back to Jack of Hearts.
Yep, I was about to say I could take away your train of thought. And,
I know. I wanted to make sure that I segued you into that because I saw the total rising there. So let's go for it, shall we?
Yeah, let's see what we got.
Yeah, we've had a few little donations here. We've got $5 from Electric Robert. Good job on the skip, Nico.
Thank you, man.
$10 from Mod366 saying, dollar donation train? Get me 10 tickets for my friends and family. All aboard. And finally, $5 here from Regeltus saying, grats on the first try success.
Regeltus. Oh, and more people from my community, either being like lovely and supportive or just a little incessant trolling. It's love at the end of it all, isn't it? Depending if it's like not toxic. Anyway, but yeah, I digress. That skip is toxic, so there we go. Yes, we did say dollar hype train. Shall we do it? Shall we get some more dollar hype trains going? I think
Well, we actually have another $5 here from Rad Does Games,
Hey.
saying, "You're a legend, Nico."
No, you guys. No, you. No, you. That's a big no, you. All right, so we just did our next skip. So basically, we're still trying to make our way to the amusement park. However, we're now in the other world. So let's talk about what's kind of like lore-wise here. I reckon we need. So are you down for?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Basically, this is the first time in the game where the town actually shifts from the normal town to the other world right in front of us. The other times, like, we went through something, or we went... Yeah, all the other times we went into something and then came out and it was Underworld. But now, the town just went and shifted into it. We're gonna go into the boat so we can meet up with Sybil. And Dolly is gonna basically say, let's split up to look for Cheryl and my daughter.
Because splitting up in video games is always a good time, isn't it? And horror games and horror movies, splitting up is always a good time.
Yeah. Now, I believe this is also where we find out that Alessa is the name of the girl, and that is also Dahlia's daughter. I believe this is when we find that out.
So,
or actually, not. I'm wrong. It's later.
Okay, fair enough. Oops, spoilers. So I'm actually going to let Weedy to talk for a little bit here, because this bit is actually incredibly tough for any new runner as well. Like, you have to do this, like, you can do this with a little bit of light, like persistent flashlights every so often, but the best of the best can do this without even a flashlight at all. So let's talk about it.
So we got the lighthouse run here, and what can happen is just what happened to Nico, is called top of stairs, and that's where you just get stuck at the top of the stairs there. But this is interesting because if you have your light on the whole time when you're doing this, the enemies are not going to stop attacking you. So you gotta have to really be running mostly in the door. And he just missed the stairs there.
Ah, that's scary.
Luckily, you only have to go up once, and then when you come back, there will be a cutscene that takes you back to the boat, so you don't have to go through this whole maze again.
So that final downstairs bit was actually like a decent road there. So I'm kind of glad about that bit, because I think that's not been like, that's like the first time in a while that I've actually got a better exit down to like the final step of it all. So, woo! All right.
Good job.
Lighthouse is it's like an interesting little cutscene, isn't it? It's
this is where we're gonna use the Floros, and well, basically what's gonna happen is they're gonna be like, well, Alessa's not here, so you can't.
It's a bit of a whop situation, so we gotta try and find them again. Yeah. There's still so much that we there's still so much left to discover, basically. So
really, there is. This whole game is a cat and mouse chase between us and Dahlia, really.
Pretty much.
If you think about it.
Like, now that you put it like that, you're not wrong, actually. So that's the best summary I've ever heard of Silent Hill.
Yeah.
All right, technically we actually got a gold split there if I was going for my safety split. So that's actually not bad. All right. Actually, no, it wasn't. I lie. That we got to split in a little bit, don't we, when we go into the amusement park? So, oh, was it? No, I was right. That was a goal split. Anyway,
nice.
My brain is gone, by the way.
Oh, it's all good. We're almost done.
Okay, so we've got about maybe, I'd say about 5 minutes more left of IGT, I reckon, really, because we got to go to the amusement. Well, a little bit more than that.
I'd say like 10 to 15 minutes RTA.
Yep, so just as an FYI to the tech team, obviously I do apologize that we have gone a little bit over the course of the run. It's again, it's anybody's game when it comes to that skip, so I appreciate you guys being courteous with me on that part. So
I think that we'll let it slide, considering.
Thank you, thank you.
I do have another $5 donation here. The train is still going strong.
Awesome.
$5 here from Paul Oster, who says, Nikoheart, eyebrow daddy.
Can we get some eyebrow daddies in the chat? If you guys don't know what eyebrow daddy is, it is like one of the best, well, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I would like to say it's one of the best animated emotes that you can get on Twitch. And I'd love to see a spam of it in the chat. I'd love to. After the out of bounds, I'd love to see some support there from the eyebrow daddies. All right. Any other donations to announce, or is that the one? Or do you have anything else to say, buddy?
That's all the donations we have
Lovely.
right now. But I'd just like to say we'd like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon. Besides providing us with their channel for streaming, they are sharing gear, technical assistance, and sponsors. Be sure to check out ESA's next event, ESA Summit 2021, which is going to be happening from the 24th to the 31st of July, so a month from now.
Perfect. Transition time is to talk about the Sybil skip. Do you want to see how you do it, guys? This is it. Now you know that blood that we got earlier on? Boom. Done. I'm going to let you guys watch this cutscene, just for a little bit.
Pretty fun. The reason this works, actually, is because these little, I guess the larval stalkers is what they're called.
Wait for the Harry dab. Wait for the Harry dab.
Oh yeah, we gotta see this.
Wait for it.
Someone play Gadan in the background.
And dab.
Wait for it. Hey, there it is.
Sybil. All right, I think we can skip it now.
But yeah, the reason it works is because these enemies actually share code with Sybil. So whenever you use the Aglopotis on those enemies, the game thinks, oh, that's Sybil. So the game doesn't really know what to do with you, so it just sends you to nowhere.
So now, literally speaking of nowhere, we're going to nowhere. So
Yep.
the nicest, the best segue possible. All right.
And now we know exactly what the cult's intentions are. They want to use our daughter Cheryl and Alessa together to use the power of the town to bring forth the town's god and to end all life as we know it. And yeah, it would be bad. So we're gonna stop them. Hopefully.
I'm gonna let Weenie to take over this. This is gonna be one of the hardest sections. So, I'm gonna need you guys' blessings. Weenie to please let's go and let's get this run finished, shall we?
Let's do it. So first things first, we're gonna be grabbing two important items that we're gonna be using: the screwdriver and the pliers. We're gonna be grabbing those. We're gonna be using the pliers very, very shortly, and the screwdriver we're gonna use towards the end. Gonna go back the way we came, and we're gonna go basically to. We're gonna be going up to the top of here. Oh, sorry. And around the corner.
Oh, I landed perfectly placed. I could have actually done it a little bit sooner, but that is perfect, optimal.
Perfect. You got it.
Movement to get to this little thing here.
So yeah, we're gonna use the pliers here. Grab the key, and we're gonna be going to our first puzzle, called the Zodiac puzzle, and it's actually very interesting, because it stumped a lot of people casually. I'm pretty sure.
Nurses, get away! No! There we go. It's all good. It's all
There
good.
you go.
Excuse
We
me.
made it.
Excuse me. That's the first time I've lashed out in such an action there, so excuse me.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like the first time you got hit by the nurses. Like
Pretty
that.
much. Marathon luck.
Yep. So for this, we're going to want to enter in the amount of limbs that each picture has. A lot of people are like, oh, you got to do the Zodiac number. It is in the Zodiac sign, right? But like, that's not actually what you got to do. But we're going to get this stone. And we're going to go straight to another puzzle called the Alert Puzzle.
Oh, God. Yeah, that puzzle. Okay, let's go.
And
Excuse me. If I can even grab it. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
there we go. And
Oh, my God. Okay. I pressed it twice. Oops.
You got it.
Who knew I needed concentration for entering it in letters?
Perfect. We're
All
going to be
right.
grabbing our first little artifact. We have to get 5 of these to open the door to the final boss. So we're going to be going back to the first floor again, going to another room that looks a lot like the antique shop that we were in. And we're going to be using the stone on the clock.
There we go. All right. We have to wait for 3 cutscenes to go through there, and it does take a little bit of time, but you know what? We got this. Am I going the right way now? I think I am.
Yeah, you're good.
No. We gotta, no, wrong way. Wrong way.
Oh, no, wait. Wrong way.
I skipped over a whole little bit. We go through this door here. That's the one. Wait.
That one, yep.
No,
one next to it. No.
Oh, yeah,
Nope.
that's the one. Sorry. I am, my brain is frazzled at the end of it all. I'm like, I mean, to be fair, do you guys blame me?
I certainly don't.
Thank you.
If we got a little bit of time, I've got another donation to read.
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
Cool. Chocobo Vanity has given us $10, saying, glug, 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 steering wheeler, debated.
Oh, Chocobo. What are we going to do with you? I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for the donation. All right, let's continue. Oh, God, okay. Now we go through that top door. Now we go. So, there's another puzzle that we have to incur, which, especially on the wheel, is the slowest puzzle. Technically, I could make it work better, but just for marathon safety, I am going to just go with a normal slowness. Let's explain the reason why.
Yeah, so there's two ways you can actually, whenever you're in a puzzle, you can use the analog stick or the D-pad, and the analog stick is slightly faster. However, I guess for the steering wheel, you can only use the D-pad.
I mean, you can shift modes, but again, it's just a lot to set up, if you know what I mean. Alright,
Yeah,
that's all done. And now we're going to get that birdcage key. So you remember that, like, that room I accidentally went into the first time? That's essentially what we're going to be going towards. But first off, before we do that, we're actually going to go to the second floor. To encounter some nurses.
Which goes into the first floor. Which goes into the first floor.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the weirdest like layout as well. So let's talk about that as well, because that always makes me giggle.
So yeah, the second floor and the first floor are actually on the same floor. The second floor is just across from the first floor, layout-wise. We're actually going to be going in here and grabbing our second artifact. We're going to be grabbing a ring right here.
Don't forget the
We're
ring.
going to need that later. Yeah, we're going to need the ring.
Don't forget the ring. Seriously. Don't forget the ring. I'm going to say it to you guys again, so I can drill into you guys' head. Don't forget the ring. Ah! Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going, actually? Hold on.
We're going to the other side of the first floor.
Oh, yeah. I know what I'm doing. This way. What we were talking about. So don't forget the ring, okay? Because we'll explain why very, very shortly. It's a lot of fun if you forget it. Don't press X too many times. There we go. Door, please. Thank you. And turn it around to this way. So we're now going to be going to the point where we use the ring. So, if you forget the ring, it's an instant game over. In my practice, guess what I forgot? The ring. Guess what happened? Instant game over. So, this is what we have to do here, is make sure that this bit is caged up, because
Little monster.
there's a little monster in there, and it's not a good time. Because again, instant KO, and nobody likes an instant KO. These little like shadows are not a lot of fun. Who knew that shadows would actually wreck your day? I mean, like, they scare you enough as they start to follow you, but just they're not fun in this game. Now, we finally get a treat, we finally get a prize, we get jelly babies. Oh no, what did we do? We opened the bag too forcefully. We've been so scared today that our movements are involuntary, so oopsie daisy. But luckily, outfalls the keys, so hooray! There's like good things that happen into this game after all, is that, you know, debated snacks leads to keys. Best way we can kind of say it.
So now we've got artifact number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And we're actually... Wait, no, that's number 4. You're number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So we're almost done with the game. We just got to go back to that other area we were just in.
Wrong way, wasn't it?
Yep. You want to go...
In the double doors.
Yep. We're going to be going to grab this last key.
I'm going to do a safety heal, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yep, see? I knew what I was doing. Whew! Because these guys are not getting out of my way. There we go. Oh, come on. Really? There we go. So, the reason that we did turn off that generator is because of this little bit here. So we are going to be using that screwdriver that was literally just mentioned. And what happens if when you mix electrical rods with electricity? Because this key is actually wrapped around like electrical, you know, just electric rods basically. So what happens if you put human contact to that as well? I'm going to let you guys in the chat figure that one out.
Yeah.
Please. I'm very tempted to use another heal. Let me check quickly. Yep. Do I have another heal? Perfect. I'm using my intuition, my friends. I'm using intuition. All right. You know what?
And this is the last hallway of the game.
Yep, pretty much. We are very, very near the end, so we should let's get time prepared for in about like a minute or two time. All right. Do you want to take over this last bit of commentary because there's a lot to divulge in just like the last few minutes, actually.
So we're gonna grab the last item here called the Disc of Ouroboros, and just like last time, you can actually look at the painting. We're gonna go back and go right across the hall here, and we have to put all 5 items into the door to start the final boss. They're going to try and resurrect God. It's not gonna work, but we're gonna have to deal with what they did and defeat the incubator.
All right. That's all 5 of the talismans put in. We are going to skip a cutscene as well, which is kind of like on the line of what's been said. There's a little bit more of like a dramatic, sad moment as well, to say the least. But you know what's not dramatic and sad? Is killing this boss. So let's get ready for time. Let's get ready for time.
This boss is pretty easy.
It
You just
really
have
is.
to walk forward 4 times, 4 steps, and shoot.
GG time.
GG's.
GG, well done.
My heart can breathe. Well, I can breathe, and my heart can decline its heart rate for a moment. Okay, so that was Silent Hill 1. Now, obviously, with the fact of the out of bounds, it did cost a lot of in-game time as well. Unfortunately, because I did use a safety save that was completely out of whack, I won't be able to provide an IGT, but we did get a 1 hour 23:32 for a marathon run with a lot of hesitations. That honestly is not bad because, again, the out of bounds skip is extremely hard to do on a steering wheel. I'm sure you guys could even see. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit whilst we kind of conclude this run. But I want to say thank you all to watching this run and participating in the hilarity that was quite a bit of this run aspect, especially during the out of bounds. But I hope everyone enjoyed it. Now, if you guys want to find out more about Silent Hill, you can go to thespeedrun.com/ I think it's SH. I think it's SH1, isn't it? Anyway,
spear.com/sh1, yeah.
That's correct. So if you want to find out more, there's a lot of resources. There's a lot of people within the Discord as well. Make sure to check out the Discord. I want to say a huge thanks to all of the lovely runners. We've actually got a few runners within at the time of this run. There's a lot of the runners here in the chat as well. So good shout out to all the runners. And thank you guys for being a part of this as well. Just a huge shout out to Aaron as well, because I was watching his world record run quite a lot. There's a lot of tutorials as well. Shout out to the people who made the tutorials for this run. Weed Eater, plug a bit about yourself as well, so that people can know where to find you and all this sort of good things.
Oh yeah, you can follow me on twitch.tv/weedeater69 with 2 R's. I do Silent Hill 1 through 4 speedruns, as well as some other horror games and other games of that sorts. But yeah, thank you for having me, Nico.
Absolutely, buddy. Dude, thank you so much for all the commentary and the lore, because again, the focus on the steering wheel can be real, so I'm glad that we had yourself here to really knuckle down and kind of give people a good understanding of how this game is and all the cool things behind it. So you nailed it. Thank you so much. And if you guys enjoyed myself here and all the steering wheel stuff, we do a lot of different steering wheel things. I might be, you know what? I might as well announce this. I might be trying to play Knockout City on the steering wheel very soon. And that game looks amazing, so let's see if we can make that work, shall we? But I do a lot of things like Alien Isolation speedruns, Jazzpunk, Outlast, Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 4. I plan to learn Silent Hill 2 and 3 very, very soon as well. So lots of exciting things to come through. But again, those are our channels if you want to go find us out. Thank you guys, seriously, all the tech, all the people, all the organizers from ESA and to Jack of Hearts here being our host as well. Thank you so much for letting us showcase this run. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, Nico, thank you very much for that run. Despite the problems with that outbound skip, it was still amazing to watch. Thank you very much for running it.
Thank you so much.
Wheelie Ted, thanks for the commentary. You did really well as well. I was informed. I've only actually got halfway through this game myself, casually, so that was really interesting. Coming up after the break, we are going to have Rebel Dragon 95 running Under Night in Birth XE Late. So stick around for that, guys. We'll have a short break and we'll be back with another game.